so, I've had this car for about 7 months, and in that time I changed the alternator, replaced it. I also replaced the radiator with the hoses. In addition to that, also the thermostat. The battery's no longer in the engine bay. Instead, I ran terminals right here. Ran 2 cables underneath the car, all the way to the back, where the battery is mounted right here, which is currently disconnected. The interior is gone. I removed the whole back part of the car, only with a spare in its place. I removed all the rear seats. I'm currently gonna remodel the whole interior, reupholster the whole thing, most likely with Alcantara suede and rich Corinthian leather. I'm currently waiting for intercoolers. In addition to that, I got my HKS blow-off valve with the high-pitch fin. I got my gaskets for the valve covers, in which these will be painted, most likely red with black. And this concludes what I've done with the car so far. Stay. Bite. Boy, good boy. 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 Let go. Good boy. You want it? Go get it. Plans that I have soon for the car consist of getting a new exhaust system, because the old exhaust system weighs too much. It has a motorized system where it opens up a valve to open up a path of less restriction. Our current motor is behind that battery over there. That would get currently replaced. Well, not replaced, but removed. The radio is going to get removed. So does all the wires that go to the front. Already took out the stereo system that the car currently had. In addition to that, like I said, the car will get reupholstered. The doors will turn into carbon fiber eventually with time. So will the hatch. I found one that's carbon fiber. So will the hood. Turn into carbon fiber. I'll eventually have a wide body kit. Eventually I'll get TE37s, 18-inch by 11s. The engine will be rebuilt. I'm gonna get the intake manifold to get ported. I'll get I have intercoolers coming in the way. It's a dual core front mounted, so they will pop up through there. Screw this license plate. I'm getting new ones. The current intercoolers reside in there and in there. They're dual side mounts, which will get removed when I replace them. The car will get new bearings, a stroker kit, make it from a 3 liter to a 3.5 liter. In addition to that, I'll get heads that will be able to surpass the 7,000 rev range. We'll get an intake as well, and I don't feel like going with a single intake. What I feel like doing is having a separate intake for each turbo. One intake running through here and through there, and popping out through there, and the other intake coming from here, for this turbo, running underneath, running across right here, and coming out through there to get the coldest air possible. Those will have to be custom made because there's no aftermarket support for that. But if there's a day that it's very raining, it's raining a lot, I'm screwed, because air filters will get filled up with water and the car will turn off because it'll be starved of water. I mean, from water, from oxygen, from air. In addition to that, all of these things on the side will get removed and get tucked away somewhere underneath the engine bay, or probably inside the dash over there. This fuse and relay panel will get moved as well. This will be tucked away somewhere nicely, and the reservoir for the coolant will be tucked away as well, somewhere possibly back there, somewhere it looks nicer. And as for this, it's gonna get replaced. I'm gonna replace all the vacuum lines, like these. Sorry if I'm sick, I got the sniffles. The AC will most likely get removed. I don't care if it's summer and 100-degree weather here in Los Angeles. I will deal with the weather. I always have and always will. I'll have a sweaty back inside this interior, but I don't care. That's why we have windows. That will be my AC. The interior, like I said, it's gonna get reupholstered. I've said it many times. That's because that's in my mind recently. We'll have it Alcantara suede with Corinthian leather, possibly with purple stitching. For those that know me, I have an obsession with purple. So this car will be turned purple and black with due time. Down. Side. Roll over. Good boy. Up. Good boy. Speak. Good boy. Pop. Other pop. Good boy. Spin. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Down. Up. Stand. Good boy. The current issues with the car is that the pop-up headlights, well, the lights itself, do not turn on. I think the bulb must be burnt out. The active arrow underneath the car has been stripped out. It broke up in the middle of the freeway. In addition to that, the rear active arrow doesn't work either. I think there was a motor that failed. Regardless, it's going to come off. It's going to have a combat wing installed instead. In addition to that, another issue that I currently have is that the fans do not spin if I connect them properly. What I currently have done is that I haven't correctly mounted straight to the battery, which is really horrible. I need to add a relay and a fuse, and also a switch, which I'm planning to put inside the car, which I can manually operate. So if I'm driving underneath 55 miles an hour, I will turn them on, and when I'm driving higher speed than that, I will turn them off. Also, with the lights, I'm also planning to add their own switch and get rid of the little handle that resides right next to the steering wheel. I'll remove this. As you can see, the whole interior is in here. Some pieces. Still intact, but reupholstered soon. Hello, Pikachu. Hello, Taco. Stay. Stay. Guard. Now, to anybody who wants to listen to this thing, take it here. Yeah, if I can get the keyhole, there you go. It takes a while for it to start up because the battery is kind of dead. I haven't ran this baby in a while, but once it gets picked up by the alternator, it runs nicely like you see now. The only issue that I have right now is that barely any of the gauges work. The tachometer doesn't work. The gas barely works. The speedometer never works. The temperature for the car never works. The oil gauge, works once in a while, and the boost works most of the time. The AC works nicely though, for such an old car. But like I said, it's gonna get removed, so get out of here. And for the radio and all this stuff right here, it's gonna get removed. And instead I'm gonna put a little screen right here that will have a camera facing forward and backwards, allowing me to be able to drive and see if anybody's behind me, or at the same time record what's in front of me. As for the shifter, that's a short shifter that's already installed. And that's pretty much it. As for this, by the way, the transmission is a 5-speed. I do not want a 5-speed, I want a 6-speed. 6 speeds are just better than 5. But it's going to cost me a lot of money. Get a brand new transmission, which in total should be about $8 grand. So, wish me luck.